another example is how are we different is because, again, from a diagnostic point of view, whenever a patient comes in, everyone's tongue is different, everyone's mouth is different, and that gives me a glimpse of what's going on inside the body. And many times I find that I'm able to diagnose things way ahead of the medical world because the tongue and the mouth can give you a much more bigger glimpse. To give you an example, this particular person came in saying that, I'm feeling, these days feeling a little bit breathless, but I've gone and checked my blood pressure, checked my ECG, and everything feels fine. And the doctor says I'm fine, but I know I don't feel fine. So I said, okay, let me take a look. And I look at the tongue, and it's more bluish. And that's usually a sign of cyanosis, like there's a lack of oxygen. So there's some sort of a blockage. Medical world is not catching it yet because this is an early diagnostic indicator. The minute we start seeing this, all of us can open up our mouth in the morning, start looking at certain things that even you're not feeling. Once you understand there are ways that these ancient physicians kept as solutions, that these are the tools that are existing, that you can alert yourself that there's a problem inside it, and then now you can start looking at solutions for this thing. So I basically told the patient to go to the doctor and do a stress test. And sure enough, she had a blockage at that time. So the mouth is something that I use as a practitioner, definitely for the patient, but this is the tongue diagnosis and the pulse diagnosis, something that you all can learn to do it on a regular basis once you start understanding how to do it. Okay? Now, this is one of the things that we had talked about is Ayurveda describes diseases, and the holistic world also describes the diseases in stages, where you have the stage 1, 2, 3 are sort of reversible, stages 4, 5, 6 are sort of irreversible. So whenever a patient comes in and I get a history of symptoms, I'm looking at where are you at, because the more you are below 3 or below 4 even, I have more chances of trying to reverse things, because then you have a chance of being able to get into a healthy status. But if you are showing me signs and symptoms that are more on the 4, 5, 6, now I'm like, okay, we're probably going to be more on a symptomatic solutions rather than trying to be able to cure it. So Ayurveda sets you on different stages, and your symptoms are indicators of where you are on that kind of a pattern. Now, there's another, so one of the big highlights, remember, is microcosm within the macrocosm. So Ayurveda also wants to simplify it so that we understand what goes on inside the body. So the ancient physicians basically classified that yes, you have the physical, and yes, you have the 4 invisible levels, but within the physical you have 7 layers deep. So you're not just this physical body, you have the skin and the outer structure, but whatever you eat now first becomes plasma. That's the first tissue. After 5 days, the body's going to be like, okay, you're good, you're bad, you're good, you're bad, and they're going to throw out all the bad things and take the best of the best and push it into the blood. Then it's going to take the best of the best from the blood and then now turn it into muscle. That's going to be another 5 days. And then it's going to keep on going, go into the fat, going to become the blood after 5 days, the bone, then it's going to become the nervous tissue. And the reproductive is not necessarily just having the baby, but every cell reproduces into a new cell. If you breathe, 1 million cells have died, and you take another breath and another million cells have died. That's how the body is beautifully functioning at any given time. And so that's happening at a microsecond level. And that happens based on whatever, let's say you're eating, is going to go through that process, and the best of the best is now going to be able to produce your next cell. So this is important and vital information, because why? If there is a blockage in any of those levels, now you're going to have problems that you're going to be able to see. So if somebody has blockages at the plasma level and the lymphatics, you have a plasma level blockage, you're not absorbing. You could buy the best of the food from Whole Foods and spend enough of money out there, but you're not absorbing. You're not really taking anything in. So now we have a problem. So we have to understand where the problem is. If somebody comes in with breakouts and skins and all that, I know they have a messed up blood system. So because those are the indicators. I can use the symptoms and now I can say, okay, there's a problem in this tissue. Let's see how we can clean out this tissue and how we can take it to the next level. Okay? So I had one lady today coming in and she says, I'm losing my hair at a whole different level. And she was in an accident and she thought that she's just because of the medications and the steroids and all that, she's losing hair. But no, her nutrition had suffered to so much of a degree. Hair, scientifically, is a byproduct. Hair and nails is a byproduct of bone. So if your nutrients are not going to the level of bone level, now you're going to start losing bone. And now you're going to start losing hair. So now that's an indication for you to now start using, oh, I need to start improving things so that I can now change the structure of my bone. Because guess what? If you have a blockage in the bone, your nerves and marrow, the next thing you're going to start getting is tingling. Next thing that you're going to do is you're going to start aging faster. So the secret to anti-aging is keep these channels clean. Keep the nutrients flowing so that you get the best of the nutrients going to the cell so you can start looking younger. So there's a beauty tip for you guys. All right, so now this becomes an important thing is like if there's any blockages. So there's nutrition and there's waste. There's problems in those nutrition and the waste, and you're not getting the right amount of air, water, food, and movement and sleep. Those are the 5 basic requirements for the body. And there's a blockages over there, the wastes are not coming out, somebody's constipated, you're going to have problems. The body needs to throw things out. Whatever goes in the mouth, the other end has to come out in a proper way so that the best of the nutrients are getting absorbed. You don't want the toxins to get absorbed. And that's where the channels have to be opened up. And that becomes an important aspect which Ayurveda helps. Now, let's look at a practical application of this. So, when somebody is in sadness, grief, anxiety, nervousness, the modern media tells you, stay away from sugar, stay away from all the sugar is bad, everything that is sweet that is bad. But Ayurveda has actually been able to show that scientifically, Mother Nature will make you crave for things that is going to balance what is missing inside the body. So the mouth and the tongue becomes an important thing. The taste becomes an important aspect where somebody who has Vata, these are the 3 categories of the body, but somebody who has a very high windy energy is the person who's experiencing grief and sadness is going through a very high windy energy. And guess what? The only way to calm that windy energy and only way to calm that sadness is through sweets. So Mother Nature is actually making you crave for those sweets so that you can calm yourself down. So when you see in this movie that, okay, somebody's had a heart attack or a heartbreak and they want to go for a tub of ice cream, let them eat some. So that's okay because it is Mother Nature's way to be able to calm that stress down. And taste is a beautiful sense that has been given where the craving, if you understand what that craving is really doing for, you can actually go for the chocolate, enjoy the chocolate, and then also know, okay, when do I need to stop? Because when you overuse that, when too much of sweet, and guess what happens? Kapha is basically what makes you fat. So you overuse that, then you're going to start getting fat. So use it, once you have this wisdom, what you do is, you use it just for, you feel nervous, you're feeling agitated, go get that piece of chocolate, go get that piece of candy, whatever you want to eat, and then figure out what's going on and calm yourself down. Okay? And then don't go into an overuse. Then there is an imbalance. Problems happen is people don't understand this. The ancient yogis said, go eat anything. That's the beauty of Ayurveda. It doesn't limit you on certain things. Everything in moderation, everything in little bit. And you'll be able to figure out a way to balance your body. Modern wisdom, you say, oh, cut this out, cut this out, cut this out. Now you've got the apple. The red apple is good for me, but the green apple is not good. But your body is craving for the green apple, and it's telling you, I need something that's there in that apple, but you're not eating it because now all of a sudden it's like, oh, probably there's too much sugar in this, so I'm not going to eat that one. So all of a sudden, the chaos of that micro-focus now starts getting you into a sabotage. And that's what Ayurveda does is, if you understand the science at a holistic level, and you understand how you break it down for your own benefit, and you understand that it's okay to eat it because I feel like I'm craving this thing, then go for it, enjoy it, and you can still be healthy. All right, so another very quick overview of how to implement this wisdom into a practical sense. So cellular pitta is basically high fire inside the cells. That means acidity. Acidic imbalance, we all understand. So when there is high acidity, essentially the nutrition from a malabsorption point of view, if you have too much acidity, the body is not absorbing certain things. So you're going to land up with more malabsorption syndrome point of view. When you have an imbalance in the bioenergy, the tissues are not absorbing, and then that can lead to deficiencies. You can have lack of calcium, your saliva can now start becoming poor in capacity. So all of a sudden now you can start getting cavities because your best defense is your saliva. It's not what you're eating, but what goes inside and comes back as your saliva. Now all of a sudden, when somebody's getting cavities, when they're brushing and keeping everything clean, it's not just what they're doing in the mouth, but what's happening before that, and that's causing those cavities from happening. Then, again, poor lifestyle and eating habits. Somebody who is stressed out is not going to go for healthier food. They're going to go for something, okay, I want to just drive through, get a Dunkin' Donuts or McDonald's or something, and that's going to start affecting. And so the stressful kind of a thing, I don't have time, I'm stressed out, I just need to get this work done or my project done, and then that can start bringing in more of an imbalance, okay? So the toxins then create a systemic havoc, and then that imbalance, if it's not corrected, then leads to more of a disease process.